May God grant us safety and wellness. May our families grow together in love. May we all cherish the power of gratitude, which is ours to give without cost, without price. We of the BNCC wish all children Happy Children's Week. May the blessings of heaven be always upon us throughout our Commonwealth.
Health officials announced early on that the curve of the country.
And cue.
And a fire had erupted in Aviation.
All of the victims have lost their lives.
You're not going to do very well in this court if you keep cutting me off.
I've already paid him $500, and I noticed we haven't spoken about the $500 that I paid him. I did not receive any of my money.
I didn't know her like that.
I ask the question and then you answer.
But I spent
and
that on my car.
Mr. Rowe, that is the order.
I joined an ASU that was led by Mr. Wilkinson. At the end of it, I would have received $5,000. However, I did not receive any of my money.
You would understand the importance of a wedding day for a bride.
Well, I've never been a bride.
The decision is legally pending.
All right.
It's Premiere Week at ZNS. You asked for new local programs, and we heard your call. So here's the lineup starting this fall. Catch Legends, The Untold Story on Mondays at 9 a.m. Also on Mondays starting at 8 p.m., watch the making of your favorite meal on Dishing It Up. The decisions are final and the cases are real. The ever so popular Justice with Judge Carroll slides in at 2 p.m. on Tuesdays. You don't want to miss that. Later on Legal Tuesdays, there's the Legal Brief, where legal advice is given out by the country's top attorneys. Moving down to Thursdays at 9 a.m., The Drop, a video show with the best of the best local music artists. And on that trend, arts and entertainment will kick off your weekends on Fridays at 8 p.m. with Everything Entertainment. Time out, 4 p.m. on Sundays have never had it so good. Finally, a sports show to tune into. And wrapping things up on Sundays at 6 p.m. is Rhythm of Fate, a gospel video show to touch your spirit. Make sure to tune in this fall for a new experience in local programming only on ZNS.
Hi everyone, I'm Joan Davis-Roll, and I am excited. You know why I'm excited? Because Grand Bahama is about to bounce back.
I am excited and committed to see Grand Bahama bounce back.
I've started from ground zero. I've weathered many storms. Grand Bahama will bounce back.
Hi, I'm Osmond Johnson, an attorney here in Grand Bahama, and I believe in Grand Bahama's overwhelming potential to bounce back.
Hey, I'm Darren Cooper. I could feel it, I could see it, and I'm excited about Grand Bahama's bounce back.
Hi, I'm Olivia Colley, and I am thrilled to be a part of Grand Bahama's future.
I can see it. I can feel it. Grand Bahama, the bounce back. Hello, everyone. I'm Joan Davis-Roll, the host of a brand new and exciting show here on ZNS, The Bounce Back.
Do you hear that? That's Junkanoo. And that means that the Boxing Day and New Year's Day Junkanoo parades are right around the corner. Don't get left behind. Make sure to book your ads in the live ZNS broadcast of the Junkanoo parades, the most professional coverage of our national art form. Call the ZNS sales office today at 502-3800. Ask for the special Junkanoo advertising package and be a part of Junkanoo on the ZNS TV network.
Hepatitis is the inflammation of the liver, which is the organ responsible for filtering toxins from the body, producing bile for digestion, and producing proteins and clotting factors. The most important cause of hepatitis worldwide is viruses, of which there are 5 main types: A, B, C, D, and E. Hepatitis B and C are major health challenges globally, affecting over 300 million persons worldwide. The suspicion of hepatitis may be a challenge, as there are typically no symptoms. However, if infected, non-specific symptoms may include decreased appetite, nausea, vague abdominal discomfort, jaundice or yellow eyes, and abnormal liver function tests. If not treated, hepatitis of any type can lead to cirrhosis and liver cancer, which leads to over 1 million deaths worldwide. If you suspect you may have been exposed to the virus that causes hepatitis, talk to your doctor today and get tested.
This public service announcement is brought to you by the Public Hospitals Authority in conjunction with the Medical Association of the Bahamas and the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
The thought of colon cancer never really crossed my mind until 2019, when a very good friend of mine was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. I was shocked. Everybody was shocked because he was a picture of perfect health. He was young, athletic, successful, and full of life. Many of us are still in disbelief. I started to question my own health, because if it happened to him, surely it could happen to me. Then came the fear, the anxiety, and everything else in between. Facing your own mortality is very sobering. But for me, I decided right then to have a colonoscopy, and I'm glad I did.
Colon cancer is the 3rd most common cancer diagnosed in Bahamian men and women. Fortunately, almost all colon cancers are preventable. A colonoscopy or some other appropriate form of colon cancer screening is recommended for everyone over the age of 45. During a colonoscopy, we can detect and remove colon polyps that may grow and later become colon cancers. Don't wait until you develop symptoms, such as blood in your stool, abdominal pain, a significant change in your bowel habits, or unintentional weight loss. These may all be indications of a severe problem that requires immediate attention. If you're over the age of 45 or have any of those symptoms, talk to your doctor about the benefits of colon cancer screening today.
Hey everyone, it's your boy Vontae.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. We do apologize for our late start. Topping the news tonight, a gale warning putting a damper on the extreme North Bahamas today, forcing some activities to come to a standstill. The Department of Meteorology's Trinard Tynes provided an update to our Shane Stubbs, who provided details on how the weather impacted the Northwest throughout the day and what can be expected going into tomorrow.
Rough seas, gale winds, and heavy rain was the backdrop of a gloomy day here in the Northwest Bahamas, as it was placed under a gale watch for the vast majority of the day. Now, we spoke with Chief Meteorologist Trinard Tynes, who detailed how residents would be impacted throughout the day and going into tomorrow morning.
We have an area of low pressure that has formed in the Florida Strait just to the east of the Florida Keys, and it's now in the area in the vicinity of Bimini. The winds we are looking for to continue out of the east between 20 and 30 knots with gusts as high as 40 knots. And also the rainfall amounts, we're still looking at levels up to 2 feet in area with a maximum of about 5 inches or so.
There was still the possibility of thunderstorms and tornadic activity. As one resident in Bimini described, things were calm yesterday evening until conditions deteriorated early this morning.
I think it was like 5, 6 o'clock. I heard this loud sound. I felt the whole house shake. I thought one spell our roof did fly off. Water was in the road. It was bad. It felt like a whole hurricane passed through Bimini.
It certainly wasn't the day in paradise most tourists expected, as guests were forced to stay on board the Margaritaville cruise liner. Luckily, there were options still available to them to enjoy for the duration of the day.
A number of excursions have been canceled. We have opened some of the stores on board the ship just to kind of create a distraction, keep them busy and give them something to do.
It would also impact operations for the mailboat, who had to sail a day late from Nassau coming into Freeport, affecting freight pickup.
We had initially told persons that they wouldn't be able to come here until Saturday, because we thought the boat would have been delayed 2 days, because we had initially told them as they dropped off and they called that we would be open on Saturdays for pickup, but we would be able to do that tomorrow instead.
However, going into this evening, Tynes lastly would advise boaters to remain inland due to tonight's conditions.
We are looking for tonight the Atlantic waters to be up to 17 feet, and then it's going to gradually taper off and fall back down tomorrow afternoon, probably around lunchtime.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shane Stubbs.
Well, government schools throughout Grand Bahama, Bimini, and Grand Key closed today due to inclement weather. The Ministry of Education issuing an advisory to parents to keep their children home. However, the notice was sent out a little too late, according to a number of parents who wasted no time taking to social media to express their frustration. So was there a delay? Acting Deputy Director of Education for Grand Bahama is responding tonight. Heavy rain on Thursday, November 16th caught many residents off guard. Parents uncertain whether to send their children to school were left in limbo. Several private institutions took to social media to announce closures, while others declared that though open, attendance wouldn't be mandatory. In contrast, the parents of students attending government schools awaited direction from the Ministry of Education. However, frustration mounted when no official notice was issued past 8 a.m. Social media became a platform for grievances, with users questioning the ministry's silence. One user directly addressed the Ministry of Education's page, demanding a statement on school closures, while another asserted that as a parent, one shouldn't wait for official confirmation to keep their child safe in adverse weather conditions. In response to the time the notice was issued, Acting Deputy Director of Education in Grand Bahama, Michelle Boleg, says they always try to do it before 9 o'clock.
We do not think that the notice came out very late. And I know that some parents may drop their students to school very early, and we regret that. However, we want to make sure that we're making the right decision when a decision is made to close schools.
Further, she emphasized that their decision is rooted in the guidance received from weather officials.
Of course, anything to do with students relies solely on the ministry. However, we are not experts in terms of weather reports and weather forecasting. And so therefore we get recommendations to say that this weather would be at the extreme where we think that school closure would be necessary within your best interest. And so while we make the decision, we are guided by the data that is provided for us.
President of the Bahamas Educators, Counselors, and Allied Workers Union took a proactive stance by issuing a statement to her members. The statement emphasized that despite contacting ministry officials, they were informed that instructions were pending from Nassau.
Common sense says to me that seeing this weather, persons have to get their children ready and get them out to school. Once they get to school, then you're going to call and say there is no school. Persons are then have to turn back around and come and get their children. Teachers have to go out in there. The conditions outside was not favorable to going to school. So there has to be a better way for us to respond to these emergencies. So the response time is too long.
The Deputy Director of Education in Grand Bahama says that the decision to close schools isn't taken lightly, citing concerns over significant academic time lost by students due to previous closures.
We want to make sure that students are in school as much as possible to make up for the learning loss and the learning gap that we have encountered during times of hurricane, during times of COVID. We're trying to make up for that.
Right.
And so it is not a thing that we take very lightly.
Well, apart from the Sandy Bottom project under the initial Christie Pratt administration, there were a number of inquiries regarding new Defense Force vessels for the Bahamas. Well, those plans have progressed, and now the Defense Force is about to implement bases in Abaco, West Grand Bahama, and Bimini. The Minister of National Security, the Honorable Wayne Monroe, revealing those plans and when work is expected to begin.
West Grand Bahama and South Bimini will soon be the new centers for a Defense Force base. According to Minister of National Security Wayne Monroe, a contingency plan is underway, adding that the next step for West Grand Bahama and South Bimini is the acquisition of the land, which is currently privately owned.
So the plans under the Sandy Bottom project was there's going to be bases in the north, in the central, and the south Bahamas. All you need to do is think about it. If a vessel is patrolling in the southern Bahamas and it has to leave and come back every time to Coral Harbor, that's a lot of fuel you burn unnecessarily. The same thing for the northern Bahamas. And so that is the plan. And so the base for Grand Bahama would be in West Grand Bahama to protect the passage of migrants and otherwise between us and the U.S., and there would be one also in Bimini for the same reason in poaching.
Minister Monroe furthering that the former Minister of West Grand Bahama and Bimini, Obi Wilchcombe, while alive, scoped out various locations for a site in South Bimini, a base for Cooperstown Port, and a coastal radar in Marsh Harbor Port.
So this is a comprehensive build-out. It's not just something comes up and we choose to pull things out the air. The Defense Force is planning capital developments across its different regions.
The minister stating that this base is not only important for Grand Bahama, but the Bahamas at large, as these bases depict climate resilience and environmental sustainability.
Just as the Marines who live in New Providence just drive to work and we don't have to worry about putting them up and paying for accommodations for them, it would be the same sort of economic benefit if we have now more and more Marines from the areas where these bases are located. So from Bimini, from Grand Bahama, from Abaco, from Inagua, from Ragged Island, and from the other southern islands where it's not just you coming up to New Providence to have to rent and live in New Providence. You'll be able to serve where you live, where you're domiciled. So that's also very exciting, not only for the island, but for the Defense Force in an expanded recruitment.
Now, some may question if this move is politically motivated by the upcoming by-election. The minister makes it clear that he and the late Minister Obi Wilchcombe was promoting these plans since September 2021.
He had just pressed us on the rebuilding of the West End Police Station, which we got condemned early on when we came in. And there was a process engaged in doing that. So unless people think that we had a crystal ball, when I prepared my address for Abaco Outlook, there was no way at all in April of this year, which is when the Defense Force sent me the paper, having worked with Minister Wilchcombe as to where the bases would be located.
Now, there is a proposed public-private partnership for the construction of the bases in Northern Command. The Cooperstown base will also be developed in the proposed development of the Abaco port. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson-Everest.
Thanks, Yolanda. Well, the Minister of Energy and Transport, the Honorable JoBeth Colby Davis, is providing an update on the status of the Marsh Harbor and North Abaco ports. Earlier this year, the government issued a request for proposal for these ports, and now they are moving closer to securing final bidders. Here's Aja Quant with that report.
In a multi-million-dollar bid to revitalizing the Marsh Harbor and North Abaco ports, Minister of Energy and Transport, the Honorable JoBeth Colby Davis, reveals that her ministry is inching forward to concluding the deals on both ports. Now, earlier in the year, the government had put out a request for proposals, a crucial step to revitalizing both ports that had sustained substantial damage during Hurricane Dorian.
The port was one of the places that sustained a lot of damage, so we're trying to get that off the ground now for them.
In May of this year, Minister Colby Davis announced that the government was moving quickly to put the Abaco ports to bid, seeking qualified groups to reconstruct and oversee both ports under a private-public partnership. Well, now she confirms that there are final bidders in the process.
We had about 4 persons that were final bidders. 2 was bidding towards North Abaco and 2 were bidding towards Marsh Harbor.
A request for proposal is a formal document inviting qualified companies or individuals to submit proposals for specific projects. The 2 ports RFP outlining specific agreements, one of which is that each winning bidder will lease their respective ports for a 25-year period, which is designed to encourage a return on the upfront capital investment. In addition, the government expects the bidders to commit to employing a workforce of at least 80% Bahamian, ensuring local involvement in the port's operation. But what is the next step to finalizing the bidders?
The tenders committee of the ministry is completing their recommendations, and that has to go before Cabinet.
She acknowledges the collaborative efforts between the island's members of parliament, revealing that they are now focused on concluding the process to deliver great news to the people of Abaco.
Both of the members of parliament in Abaco have been working closely with me to try to get that RFP out, so I was happy we got that out, and we're working towards bringing some conclusion, getting a sign-off from Cabinet so that we can be able to go back to the people of Abaco and give them some more information of what's to come and how they can be a part of the exciting movement in the projects there.
Now, as the committee finalizes its recommendation and await Cabinet's approval, the Transport Minister is optimistic about the economic impact of both ports on the island of Abaco. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Azure Quant.
Thanks, Ajay. Watching the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Stay with us. There's more when we come back.
You asked for it, you've got it. A new plant nursery, fully loaded with everything you need and extended hours. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
At Harvey's Tech Bargains, West Mall Plaza, find the best deals on smart TVs, laptops, game consoles, tablets, cell phones, cell phone accessories, gift cards, and so much more. Open Monday through Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m.
This Christmas is on BTC. All you have to do is sign up, top up, pay up, or watch and win with us. Sign up for one of our $64.99 or higher postpaid plans or one of our broadband bundles and get a chance to drive into 2024 with a brand new Kia Sonet. Pay your bill in full and you can be a winner with our Christmas grab bag. Activate a $15 prepaid combo and get your chance to win Visa gift cards, travel and gas vouchers, and so much more. Watch our Hallmark movie of the week for a chance to win a prepaid Visa gift card. Make BTC your choice this Christmas with over $100,000 in prizes. All you have to do is sign up, top up, pay up, or watch and win with...
For designer shoes, sandals, handbags, and accessories, visit Steppin' Out, top of the hill, Mackey Street, or WhatsApp 727-9098. Shipping available throughout the family of islands. Steppin' Out when you want to put your best foot forward.
Be recognized as the most innovative business in Grand Bahama with a chance to win up to $5,000 in cash and prizes by participating in the UB Ignite Innovation Awards. Registration closes on November 24th. Scan the code or visit ubignite.com today.
Your #1 news team covering the North. KMW Battery and Tires, Express Food Mart, Stop and Shop, and Chappie's Gas Station, 8 Mile Rock.
When you order a large Pizza Hut specialty pizza, you unlock a delicious deal. For a limited time, you can add a small one-topping pizza for just $2 more. Hawaiian, Supreme, barbecue chicken, meat lovers, and more flavors. And for just $2, you can double the deliciousness. But hurry, this mouth-watering twice as nice deal won't last forever. Call Pizza Hut Freeport at 352-9191 today.
It's begin to feel a lot like Christmas. Woo!
It's only October.
Christmas isn't as far as you think. If you start your layaway now, you'll get it right on time.
Make layaway work for you.
50% down on furniture and bedding. Any amount down on mattresses. 6 weeks to pay it off. No interest. Pay whatever you want, whenever you want. Don't get caught on Christmas Day. Come to Island Bedding and lay it away.
5 candidates, 1 seat, an experienced team. We've got you covered. Join us for the West Grand Bahama and Bimini by-election results live beginning at 6 p.m. only on the ZNS Network.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
It's now time for your check on sports with Jay Philippe.
Good evening, I'm Jay Philippe and welcome to sports. It's a bit wet on the outside, but we still have a whole lot of sports for you. Let's begin with the YMCA Tennis Academy.
We have some kids who get it like that, and then we have some kids who are late bloomers, but they get it. You know, we have a fun. I'm sorry she didn't come as the Godfrey was here for 3 years. He came through the summer program, and Godfrey, he picks it up like that.
If you look at most of the athletes that we have in our academy, they would have been students who were a part of the summer camp for many years and probably still are eligible to be in the camp. But what the camp has done is allow them to find their niche, allow them to find the sport that they enjoy the most, and by enrolling into the academy, it has allowed them now to take the sport to that next level.
Mr. Ridley, he is tough on you, but once you do it right, he isn't it's easy. So the game is basically hard work, patience, and determination.
It gives me confidence to play more often in front of people and, show people my talent, what I have.
I've been here for 2 years, and it has helped. The discipline has helped me a lot, even though it's hard, it's challenging, but it forces me to keep going, and it just helps me to not give up and believe that I can do whatever if I put my mind to it.
Switching gears now in sports, the Abaco Basketball Association League will continue this week. Games will be played this weekend on the Cooperstown Community Basketball Park. On Friday, Cat 5 will go up against the Crusaders, while the Net Riders will play against Showtime in Game 2. Now on Saturday night, the Crusaders will play Team Squad, followed by Team Titans, going up against the Net Riders. And finally in sports, course in the Grand Bahama Secondary School Churchill Knowles Michael Moss Softball League. In junior girls play, 8 Mile Rock Blue Jays edge out Jack Hayward Jr. by 1 run. The final score in that game was 5-4. In Game 2, the Tabernacle Falcons fell to Assistant Mary Patricia Russell 7-4. And in a high-scoring game, the Stingers of Sunland got the W against Bishop Michael Eldon, scoring 11 runs to BMES 8 runs. Ladies and gents, that's a quick check on sports. I'm Jay Philippe. As always, be blessed.
And with that, we conclude the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. On behalf of the entire ZNS News team here in the North, I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Be sure to stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight continues.
Do you hear that? That's Junkanoo. And that means that the Boxing Day and New Year's Day Junkanoo parades are right around the corner. Don't get left behind. Make sure book your ads in the live ZNS broadcast of the Junkanoo parades, the most professional coverage of our national art form. Call the ZNS sales office today at 502-3800. Ask for the special Junkanoo advertising package and be a part of Junkanoo on the ZNS TV network.
Hey everyone, it's your boy Vontae.
And I'm your girl Nika B.
And welcome to the first ever episode of
The Drop.
The hottest music videos.
We talking about Rake and Scrape. We talking about Junkanoo music. We talking about old and new favorites. And the hottest songs taking over the airways.
The artists that make them.
We lie to ourselves every day when we do the word culture. Because we ain't serious about it.
The Drop.
this Thursday at 9 p.m. only on the ZNS Network.
Hi everyone, I'm Joan Davis-Roll, and I am excited. You know why I'm excited? Because Grand Bahama is about to bounce back.
I am excited and committed to see Grand Bahama bounce back.
I've started from ground zero. I've weathered many storms. Grand Bahama will bounce back.
Hi, I'm Osmond Johnson, an attorney here in Grand Bahama, and I believe in Grand Bahama's overwhelming potential to bounce back.
Hey, I'm Darren Cooper. I could feel it, I could see it, and I'm excited about Grand Bahama's bounce back.
Hi, I'm Olivia Colley, and I am thrilled to be a part of Grand Bahama's future.
I can see it, I can feel it. Grand Bahama, the bounce back. Hello everyone, I'm Joan Davis-Roll, the host of a brand new and exciting show here on ZNS, The Bounce Back.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
It's Premiere Week at ZNS. You asked for new local programs, and we heard your call. So here's the lineup starting this fall. Catch Legends, The Untold Story on Mondays at 9 a.m. Also on Monday starting at 8 p.m., watch the making of your favorite meal on Dishing It Up. The decisions are final, and the cases are real. The ever so popular Justice with Judge Carroll slides in at 2 p.m. on Tuesdays. You don't want to miss that. Later on Legal Tuesdays, there's the Legal Brief, where legal advice is given out by the country's top attorneys. Moving down to Thursdays at 9 a.m., The Drop, a video show with the best of the best local music artists. And on that trend, arts and entertainment will kick off your weekends on Fridays at 8 p.m. with Everything Entertainment. Time out, 4 p.m. on Sundays have never had it so good. Finally, a sports show to tune into. And wrapping things up on Sundays at 6 p.m. is Rhythm of Fate, a gospel video show to touch your spirit. Make sure to tune in this fall for a new experience in local programming only on ZNS.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the National Report, politics and Ponzi schemes. Major crimes down, tackling BTC's challenges, and in sports, best of the best, prep. The Bahamas tonight, the National Report starts now.
ZNS News is brought to you by BTC. Win over $100,000 in prizes when you sign up, top up, pay up, or watch and win with BTC. This Christmas is on us.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Akush Lapinder, and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks for tuning in. The Commissioner of Police is tonight ramping up his appeal for more to be done to keep repeat criminals off the streets, while also revving up his dissatisfaction at those elements of the criminal justice system that failed to do their part. Those comments coming during the Office of the Prime Minister's weekly press briefing, and as Corval Pyfrom reports, the top cop held very little back.
Today, Commissioner Fernandez showed reporters video surveillance from what he says is a recent armed robbery at an ATM in New Providence. The perpetrator, Fernandez says, has been before the courts 3 times this year alone. In the video, the perp is seen accosting, frisking, and robbing a man as he is about to leave the bank. Forcing him back into the building, the gunman, who seems to barely try to conceal his face, then searches the man, takes his cash, and even tries to steal the man's vehicle. It's these kind of offenders the commissioner wants to see dealt with sufficiently by the criminal justice system.
But these are the same individuals who continue to get bail. As I said, we spend a lot of resources and manpower trying to keep a lot of them alive. Although they are being monitored, sometimes they intentionally let their monitors go down to get off the grid to commit a crime.
The commissioner's dissatisfaction with those agencies he didn't identify by name sounds more like frustration. And although it's often police at the receiving end of the public's ire in this crime fight, Fernando reminds again that police can't do it alone.
How much individuals you saw that breached their bail be put back before the court, and then 2 days later they are backed out. Initially, when they're given bail, they said, if you breach this, your bail will automatically be revoked. But you're finding that individuals are charged with that, and they are back. Some of them even pay a fine, and they're back. So that's the cycle, my brother. And it will continue to happen if we don't put a stop to it. And some other agencies have to step up. And no two-way about it.
And while not being forthcoming about his speculation as to why the inaction from those other quote-unquote other agencies, the top cop implored reporters to go find out.
You know, I don't wish to get into that, but you all have to reach out to those other agencies, the same way how you probe the commissioner. Reach out to those agencies and put those same questions to them. I want to stay in my lane, and we want to do what we're supposed to do.
Commissioner Fernandez says his policing plan is working. He points at a reduction in most major crimes as being down this year over last year as proof. Murders, the commissioner said, now at 92. This time last year, 110. But prolific and repeat offenders are what seem to concern him most. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corvell Pyfrom.
Now, the commissioner also providing more details on their probe into that death of a toddler in Fox Hill earlier this week. Jiminita Swain joins us live in studio with this update. Jiminita?
Good evening, Makushla, and good evening, Bahamas. Tonight, as that small, closely knit Fox Hill community is still coming to terms with the sad, shocking, and still mysterious death of a 2-year-old boy, Commissioner of Police Clayton Fernandez is appealing to members of the public to be the eyes and ears and protectors of our children. There's been quite a bit of speculation as to the circumstances surrounding the child's death Tuesday evening. And while Commissioner Fernandez, speaking to reporters this morning, was unable to provide more in terms of the investigation, he called the incident sad and said we must all do more.
We have to do a better job in managing and taking care of our children. It was very sad to see that. Sitting in my living room last night and watching the news, some of you, the reporters, went back into the area and interviewed some of the neighbors. And based on the response from them, I'm kind of concerned about that. You know, some of them saying that they always see the child late at night, around 10, 11 in the night, left unattended. You have to speak up, man, as neighbors. You have to speak up. If you see something is going wrong with an individual in the area or anybody, you know, that's a well-knitted community, that Fox Hill area, and the police are well involved in the community with the police, with the members of the public. So please, man, you should reach out and say something to somebody.
Neighbors have recounted the horror they felt discovering a child Tuesday evening in bushes near his Bryce Lane Fox Hill home. Police reports indicating that the little boy was found unresponsive with injuries to the neck and head. His death remains unclassified. Commissioner Fernandez confirming that both the child's parents are in police custody.
Along with social service as well, because there's 4 other young kids living at that residence, and I don't feel, based on what I've seen and what was brought to my attention, the parents are not fit to keep these individuals, these children. So that's why social service on board, and they will do their investigation, and they will determine whether the parents should remain, the kids remain with the parents. But that investigation is very much active. We don't know the cause of that at this time.
And again, as you heard the police commissioner say, both of the child's parents are in police custody, though no charges have been brought against either of them. An exact cause of the childless death still has to be determined. Reporting live in studio for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Jiminita Swain. Back to you, Makushla.
Well, thanks, Jimmy. Now, we also have an update on investigations into Tuesday's tragic boating mishap resulting in the death of an elderly American woman who was a part of a one-day snorkeling excursion on board the Islander 3 vessel. The story gaining worldwide attention. There were 119 people on board the double-decker pleasure craft that began taking on water, nearly sinking completely in the vicinity of the Blue Lagoon Island.
The autopsy has already been done. I don't wish to disclose the results of the autopsy at this time. We'll still have to wait and communicate with family members, but I can assure you that it's not as a result of drowning. We are working this as a team along with the U.S. Embassy. They're on board as well. As we speak, there's preparation being made for the boat to be removed from waters, assisted by divers and also the crane to try to bring it on land to assist with the investigations at this time.
An American couple could end up staying in the Bahamas much longer than expected. This after the two were found with ammunition Wednesday at the Lyndon Pinling International Airport. Initial reports are airport authority officers found the ammunition in a checked luggage and subsequently notified the police. The 44-year-old man and 43-year-old woman were found and arrested. The matter's under active investigation. Well, tonight, the State Minister for Social Services is confirming that there will be some assistance and perhaps even living accommodations for at least some of the shantytown residents recently displaced as a result of those demolition exercises. Now, Miles LaRota says he's already begun eyeing a particular facility that can house some of the residents. The minister reasons that while it's not a permanent fix, it's a start.
I inspected the old Poinciana Inn, where there is at least 18 rooms that were suitable. I don't have the numbers on hand of how many individuals indicated that they wanted to stay. There were varying levels of interest. Some individuals decided that they wanted to live with family members or other alternatives, but there is an inventory of rooms for those who would have been impacted by the demolition.
Still to come, Kirk Cornish's trial date set. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
You have enough things to worry about. Living in a world that can seem opposite of the things you're trying to accomplish. We're here to let you know that you don't have to go at it alone. Choose peace of mind. Choose comfort. Choose CB. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
This Christmas is on BTC. All you have to do is sign up, top up, pay up, or watch and win with us. Sign up for one of our $64.99 or higher postpaid plans or one of our broadband bundles and get a chance to drive into 2024 with a brand new Kia Sonet. Pay your bill in full and you can be a winner with our Christmas crab bag. Activate a $15 prepaid combo and get your chance to win Visa gift cards, travel and gas vouchers, and so much more. Watch our Hallmark movie of the week for a chance to win a prepaid Visa gift card. Make BTC your choice this Christmas with over $100,000 in prizes. All you have to do is sign up, top up, pay up, or watch and win with BTC. Visit any BTC location today. Terms and conditions apply.
The new KFC nuggets have arrived. That unlike the no-gets, ours are handmade using 100% white meat. Unlike the no-gets, at KFC, we hand bread every day to achieve the perfect flavor. After you try our delicious and crispy nuggets in the original recipe, you'll never settle for less. KFC, the real nuggets. It's finger-licking good.
good to grow. Keeping you in the know. Keeping you in the know. Cause if it's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow. If it's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow.
The country's fishery sector plays an important role in the economy, and in a bid to ensure the highest quality seafood, local distributor Tropic Seafood is conducting a market research experiment focusing on the American red snapper.
We've done testing both locally, selling fish, and we've exported fish to the U.S. The market for this fish is huge. Locally, obviously snapper is a very popular choice among consumers. In the U.S., the American red snapper is highly desirable. Wild-caught fisheries, they have very strict seasonality on the fish, which means supply is almost in short supply. So if you have a project with American red snapper where you can grow the fish all year round, the market for that fish is across the whole country. I mean, millions of pounds of demand.
That's Tropic Seafood's Director of Quality Assurance, Alex Henderson, who's spearheading the experiment.
As we've gone through the project, the thing that stood out to us the most is both the growth rate of the fish, the efficiency of the fish, and the market success it's had. So this fish can go from a fingerling, which is a 30-day-old fish, to a plate-sized snapper in 8 months.
He adds that this particular fish utilizes feed efficiently.
So you don't have to feed the fish huge amounts of feed to get a product. So that way it's economical and it's a high profit.
Henderson adds that they've tested the market in offering both whole fish and fillets since this experiment began. He says that this has been extraordinary.
We've had really positive feedback on the taste of the fish, the quality, the freshness, the texture of the fillet. I mean, it's an outstanding fish.
This experiment started back in 2019 with a few fingerlings obtained from the University of Miami. Fast forward to today, and this complex operation is in full swing, including hundreds of fish.
It takes a lot of care and dedication to keep these fish in good shape. As you saw outside, we use well water, which is salt water. We aerate the water and oxygenate it. We keep the tanks clean, feed the fish daily.
Now, this is an ongoing experiment taking place at Tropic Seafood, and there's no specific end date in mind or time frame for when these fish will hit the market. However, Henderson speaks to the vast amount of opportunities available for Bahamians in the aquaculture arena.
Well, this is something traditionally that hasn't been in the forefront of jobs, employment, or industry in the country. Not until now, it's really coming up a little bit more. And we have Bahamians that have gone to school specifically for aquaculture and come home, and jobs are starting to open up. Areas of research, particularly research at this stage, are opening up where they can get experience. And in this industry, it's a very valuable industry that hopefully the country is moving towards.
Keeping you in the know with Good to Grow, I'm Leah Cooper.
Stung by criticism, BTC's top exec today defended the company's operations. With the details of what was shared, we go now to our Vaughn Albury.
No sugarcoating from Acting Prime Minister, the Honourable Chester Cooper, on Wednesday, when he told both BTC and Alive to improve their services.
In our opinion, this has gone on long enough. We must deliver on the service we promised. You must deliver on your commitments under the laws of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
Fast forward to Thursday, and BTC CEO Samir Bhatti offered up this response.
I reached out to the Acting Prime Minister and asked for some specifics on what he referenced, even if it's not our network.
Bhatti, who has been at BTC's helm since last September, also made this point.
He and I are in communication, and he has provided some more detail, which was all I needed at this point to commission a full drive-out in the two areas that he cited. One is in Black Point, and the other is in Staniel Key.
Some customers of the two network providers can relate to the Acting Prime Minister's lament.
Just after I talk about our stable democracy, just after I talk about our political, stable environment, the beauty of our country. Then I talk about the stable ICT infrastructure, and the call drops.
The BTC CEO then asks,
At the same time, we'd like to know what is the issue we're solving for, and it's through this drive out and this particular response that we will learn more what the issue is. Is it a data issue? Is it a voice issue? And then what the remediation is.
Regarding BTC, Batty shared,
we like to be fact-based. We like to know what we're solving for and then get on with it. And so that's the immediate action, and I have followed up with the acting Prime Minister that this is our plan and our plan of attack.
Network customers eagerly await the planned improvements. From the Bahamas Tonight, I am Vaughn Albury.
Well, from the courts, the story behind North Abaco MP Kirk Cornish's alleged rape and assault charges should all be revealed when his trial begins next April. A judge setting a date today for the matter to begin. The North Abaco MP is accused of raping a woman on March 25th here in New Providence and again on April 4th while in Cooperstown, Abaco. Cornish is also accused of assaulting Wadia Liborn in January and March of this year and of threatening to kill her on April 4th while in Cooperstown, Abaco. The parliamentarian has pleaded not guilty to the charges. Cornish's attorney, Owen Wells, appealed for a possible early trial date, considering his client is a sitting member of Parliament. Now, the Family Island rep remains on $9,000 bail with one or two sureties and is ordered from having contact with his accuser or anyone connected to her. Well, the island of Exuma should be seeing more arrivals at its Georgetown International Airport now that Bahamas Air has added a direct flight from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The inaugural flight lifted off yesterday under huge fanfare. Our Corval Pyfram was on board.
Acting Prime Minister Chester Cooper didn't make the flight, but despite being grounded, he continues to talk up sky-high plans for the national fly carrier.
So we got big plans for Bahamas Air, and I hope that God gives me an opportunity to transform Bahamas Air whilst I have the responsibility of being minister.
At Fort Lauderdale's Hollywood International Airport, where Bahamas Air's inaugural direct flight to Georgetown Exuma took off Wednesday, Broward County Mayor Lamar Fisher, swept up in the excitement of Junkanoo, welcomed the new route and boasted about the strong, long-standing relationship between South Florida, particularly Broward County, and the Bahamas.
I'm still like wanting to move right now. I don't know what it is. It just gets in your blood. It gets in your juice. You just want to keep going. That was absolutely amazing. I can tell you, as mayor of Broward County, I've never experienced that. So that's a first for me. And secondly, I don't think the airport has experienced that. So we're double thrilled to be able to have Bahamas Air here, of course, at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood National Airport, and also all the Bahamians that reside here.
Well, the rain is putting quite a soaking on South Florida, but it's not enough to dampen the spirits or enthusiasm of passengers about to board this inaugural flight to Georgetown Exuma. They know they are just 90 minutes away from the thrill of experiencing sun, sand, and sea like only Exuma has to offer.
As everybody knows, the tourism product is growing in the Bahamas, and Exuma is one of the leading islands as far as the tourism growth. And for us to provide this flight between Georgetown and Fort Lauderdale, we think is just kind of meeting the demand as well as enhancing the product for the island of Exuma.
These are extremely exciting times for tourism, and what is good for tourism is good for the economy. What is good for the economy is good again for the wider community.
In this initial phase, Bahamas Air will offer twice weekly direct flights between Georgetown and Fort Lauderdale on Wednesdays and Saturdays. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corval Pyfel.
Well, meantime, Bahamas Air officials to collaborate with those from Qatar Airways sometime this month to finalize an agreement. That confirmation from Acting Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Honorable Chester Cooper, who also at the time dispelled rumors Bahamas Air is experiencing a staff shortage.
Bahamas Air is fully staffed. In some areas they are staffed, overstaffed perhaps. We are working to run a very efficient operation. There are always union negotiations, We completed the line staff agreements over the course of the last few months. We are in active negotiation with the pilots at the moment. And whilst those negotiations are going on between management and the pilots, I won't have a lot to say about it. But let me say that we do accept that Bahamas Air still has one of the best safety records anywhere in the world. Our pilots are well trained. They are diligent.
Well, still on tourism, transforming downtown Nassau continues. It's an extensive exercise that calls for demolitions and laying out pedestrian-friendly zones. Lloyd Allen joins us live this evening with more details. Good evening, Lloyd.
Well, of course, good evening, Makushla, and good evening, Bahamas. Where I'm standing right now is the property where the former Moscow House used to stand. This is at the intersection of Victoria Avenue and Bay Street, rather Elizabeth Avenue and Bay Street. Now, up to several weeks ago, this, along with several other buildings, have been torn down, all in an effort to transform downtown Nassau into a tourist paradise.
I think in total we tear down about 6 so far. And so we have written a letter to several businesses who are eager and excited to partner with the government in terms of beautification.
This, of course, following the demolition of a number of dilapidated structures. Now, global relations consultant in the Ministry of Tourism, Senator Randy Roll, says weeks in, and owners and operators are beginning to add to the government's push in transforming the area.
We have just completed our first phase, which was tearing down a couple of buildings.
As the future look of the area remains a work in progress, Roll adds that collaboration with stakeholders remains an essential part of changing the face of Bay Street.
We want to keep the historic background of these buildings, and so we're going to work again in partnership with the owners of these businesses to make sure that we give a product that is pleasing to all.
Now, Makushla, even though a date is not being set for the completion of this latest initiative, according to officials, their goal is to continue to rev up efforts in an effort to transform this area into what the Bahamas should reflect based on its economic growth. Reporting here from downtown Nassau for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen. Makushla.
Well, thanks, Lloyd. Marcellus Hall joins us in studio with a check on what's coming up in sports. Marcellus?
Coming up in sports for the night, best of the best regatta just around the corner. We'll tell you what to expect ahead in sports.
The fastest fiber covering the Bahamas. Do more, play more, stream more with BTC.
I'm Corvell Pfeiffer. BTC recently provided breakfast to the students at the Eva Hilton Primary School. We understand that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and we also want to support the idea that proper healthy nutrition aids our students in performing at their optimum and eventually reaching their fullest potential.
Today officially kicks off Mission Weeks for BTC, and it is a week where we focus on giving back to the community. I mean, we do so throughout the course of the year, but it's more intensive during Mission Week, and one of the schools that the company has adopted is Eva Hilton, and so what better way to start it off by giving hot meals to our little darlings.
Well, this morning we're excited to have BTC here offering breakfast to our first 150 students. We are indeed excited about this initiative because, as we know, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. I want to say thank you to our BTC family who has adopted Eva Hilton. We also look forward to our reading initiative where they will be coming by later this afternoon to read to our students. So again, we say thank you, BTC.
I am thankful for BTC this morning for blessing my children with some hot breakfast. It was very appreciated. It saved me a couple dollars to put something on the bill. But I'm grateful. Thank you.
Eva Hilton Primary School remains near and dear to us here at BTC, and we will continue to do our part to help the students there succeed. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, BTC unstoppable. I'm Corvell Pfeiffer. Be well and be back here. Next, BTC Connection.
build the gym. You build the body.
Did you know the National Insurance Act provides for an insured pregnant woman to access her maternity benefit before or after delivering her baby? Expecting mothers are entitled to 13 weeks of maternity leave, which can be applied for by completing the Med-2 claim for maternity benefit form. Section A is completed by a registered physician or certified midwife. The medical practitioner certifies the expected or actual confinement period, signs the form, and affixes their official stamp. Forms completed by medical practitioners outside of the Bahamas must be accompanied by the physician's business card. In sections B and C, the claimant provides personal and employment details, declares their last day at work, signs and dates the form. The Med-2 form is always accompanied by Form Med-4 or Employer Certificate, which is completed by the employer. Both the Med-2 and accompanying Med-4 forms must be submitted within 3 months from the first day of confinement. Forms submitted outside of this period are considered late and will be subject to review by the Late Claims Committee. Before submitting forms, check that all fields are accurately completed. Incomplete forms or forms with incorrect information will delay the processing of your benefit application. For more information, visit the NIB website at nib-bahamas.com.
Bahamas Welding and Fire is your full-service retail store for a variety of items, including a large selection of appliances. When you walk in the door, we'll be there to guide and assist you with your needs. We carry top-of-the-line outdoor barbecue grills, air conditioners, refrigerators, stoves, generators, industrial hardware, and garden supplies with a wide assortment of tools and accessories. BWF is the leading supplier of welding and cutting safety supplies. If you are looking for a competitive price and products with knowledgeable staff, look no further. Bahamas Welding and Fire is the best choice for the best prices in town. Located number 13 Wilson Street. Open Monday through Saturday. BWF, we're more than just our name. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Mario thought he could have his cake and eat it too. He almost found out the hard way that if you don't insure your home for the full replacement value, when it comes time to make a claim, you won't get the full payout. It's called the condition of average. If your $200,000 home is destroyed by a hurricane, but you only insured it for $100,000, half the value, you'll only get half of that $100,000 payout. Actually, less than that, because there's also a deductible which will be deducted from your payout. Check your home insurance policy for the condition of average clause and ask your insurance agent or broker how condition of average would affect you. This message was brought to you by the Insurance Commission of the Bahamas, protecting the interests of policyholders.
Thousands of students apply each year, but the global odds of actually getting it is a low 0.7%. It's the Rhodes Scholarship, a coveted award that's birthed a long list of scholars in which one Bahamian is set to join. Anthony Smith has a story.
At 21 years old, Bahamian Javon Sands is poised to join one of the most prestigious classes yet.
Unimaginable, exciting opportunity.
And that's the Commonwealth Caribbean Rhodes Scholars, a highly coveted award which provides the young scholar an opportunity to continue his studies across the pond as one of 22,000 students at the renowned University of Oxford.
I'm very grateful to be in this position, and I'm very excited for the work I will be doing moving forward when I return from my studies and working in the region.
Each year, more than 100 scholarships are granted to applicants from more than 60 countries. While 32 awards are reserved for United States students, only one remains up for grabs in the Commonwealth Caribbean. Receiving his award on Tuesday, Sands becomes only the fourth Bahamian to reach such an incredible feat.
You're in that category of exceptional educational and intellectual ability, which is a hallmark of the Rhodes Scholarship.
True to his roots, Sands says he plans to use this opportunity to focus on the most critical issue affecting small island developing states, and that is climate change.
It's one of the most pressing problems, the climate crisis, and I want to be a part of making solutions to inform the Caribbean and safeguard Caribbean countries.
2024 Commonwealth Caribbean Rhodes Scholar Javon Sands, we salute you. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Antoinette Smith.
Well, now time for the poll question of the week, and this week we're asking, should family members of sitting politicians be allowed to bid on government contracts? You can chime in on our social media handles.
In case you missed the news or want to stay ahead, subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on X, TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook.
Oh, God. I know you ain't spending no more money on this boat. Ain't this what you drowned in last year?
I understand. How I drowned last year if I here running on foolishness with you.
Where you going now?
Montague.
For what?
For best of the best. Why you keep putting question to me? Over 90 boats and over 200 sailors coming from all around the Bahamas to compete for the largest sailing port ever. You better pray I take you the best of the best.
You ain't got to worry about that because you's the best of the worst.
Anyway, while this woman running on, I will see you all to the 2023 Best of the Best Regatta. Woman, you will see me talking?
Come before them.
You can find it all at Builders Mall. From cement, lumber, block, plumbing, and electrical to paint, lights, vanities, and tiles. Not to mention all the tools you could possibly need to get the job done. Say if you're starting a major project, adding the finishing touches, or just doing some repair or rental work around the house. FYP, the Paint Center, and Tile King can help. Stop by or call 601-8453. Located 69 Wolf Road, Nassau. You can find it all at Builders Mall. Building, painting, and tiling, the Bahamas.
Here at Solomon's, we don't just believe in great brands. We believe in creating unforgettable memories and celebrating everyday living with you and your family. Every aisle is filled with all you need. A great value with variety and a selection of all your favorite groceries and products. Saving you time and keeping you on a budget. Great food changes everything. Shop at your local Solomon's for food, for family, for you.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Hey, Mom, can you look after Kaylee?
Sorry, I'll be out for a while doing my home and car insurance.
What? You know there's a newer way, right?
A new way?
Where have you been? Look, go to newerinsurance.com, log in, get your quote, buy your insurance, done. You can even use it to manage your claim.
Oh? By the way, it's not newer. It's N-U-A. Where's she been?
Do it anyway with NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers.
Ahead of her state-recognized funeral, family, friends, and members of the diplomatic corps this morning filed into the foyer of the Senate to sign the Book of Condolences and view the body of former Senator, diplomat, educator Alma Adams. The 74-year-old died this month after serving a distinguished public service career. Adams will be funeralized at Christ Church Cathedral, George Street at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Interments to follow in St. Agnes Cemetery, Nassau Street. The funeral service will be broadcast live on the ZNS Radio Network from Christ Church Cathedral at 11 a.m.
Janae's Chesapeake Road Christmas Wonderland is open under the Big Tent. Get your Christmas trees in pink, frosted, green, or white in a variety of sizes. Musical Christmas LED and laser lights, a large variety of tree ornaments, lighted angels and Santa tree toppers, bright and lively colored Christmas balls in all sizes, garlands, wreaths, tree skirts, stockings, and lots more. Add flowers, picks, and decorative mesh to brighten up your home or office this holiday season. And don't forget the toys at Janae's Chesapeake Road. Check our selections online at www.janaes.com.
With 3 or more vehicles looking for the perfect fueling solution? Well, look no further.
I can go to any Rubis service station and get fast and easy service without any form of payment.
I can top up my fuel account and generate reports anytime online.
We at Wildflowers enjoy significant savings from fraud reduction. The Rubis system provides optimum security and peace of mind.
Email bahamashales@rubis-bahamas.com to sign up now.
Have you ever purchased a defective item and was denied an exchange or cash refund? Contact the Consumer Protection Commission at 393-779-5-8 or our 24-hour complaints hotline at 357-7898 and let us help your voice be heard.
Hey, get up, stand up. Stand up for your right.
Introducing Rheem Hot Wave, the multi-purpose hose sprayer that never runs out of hot water. Hot Wave heats water instantly using tankless water heating technology to provide continuous hot water outdoors whenever and wherever. Hot Wave is simple to use. Just plug and play with any garden hose and outdoor power outlet. See for yourself how Rheem Hot Wave is safe, easy to use, and provides hot water outdoors.
Hello, everyone. This is Tony Williams back with a special promotion for BahamasAir.com and GoGo Florida. The $100 deposit is back, but it's only on your debit card. So whether you're renting that sedan, SUV, or spacious minivan for group or family trips, keep your cash in your pocket. Only Dollar Thrifty is making it convenient for you. Your $100 deposit held on your debit card. Available at Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Palm Beach, and Orlando. Book early and save your 8-passenger minivan for your holiday shopping spree.
You've got termites and need to get rid of them fast? Trust Rent-A-Kill Initial. With over 60 years experience in the Bahamas, the global brand, training, and expertise can't be beat. Only Rent-A-Kill Initial gives you a 3-year warranty and payment plan options on termite fumigation. No one can match the range of treatments we offer, such as fumigation, pre-construction treatments, termite monitoring, and more. No matter where you are in the Bahamas, we will come to you. When it comes to complete termite eradication, there's only one name, Rent-A-Kill Initial.
This holiday season will be great, and it all starts with a trip to Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Rainbow corned beef, 12-ounce, $2.39. Par Excellence parboiled rice, 5 pounds, $4.49. Best Value whole kernel corn, 15-ounce, 99 cents. Sunny Delight smooth or tiny, 64-ounce, 2 for $5. Chicken leg quarters, 10-pound bag, 99 cents per pound. Shop the specials this holiday season at Super Value and Quality Supermarket.
Several students at the center of a health scare on Harbor Island. Our LaDawn Davis has been following this story for us. The details are in this next report.
Makushla Director of Education Dominique McCartney-Russell confirming to ZNS News this afternoon that 11 youngsters at the Harbor Island All-Age School tested positive for what she terms suspected scabies and are now in quarantine. 2 of them have been cleared. McCartney-Russell adding that classes are still in session at that school while efforts to contain it continue.
I would have received preliminary reports that
11 of our students at Harbor Island all age, after being seen by the local doctor and nurse, were quarantined due to scabies. We're still conducting the investigation to see if there are any other students, but so far 11 students have been quarantined because of scabies.
Scabies is a highly contagious skin condition caused by tiny parasites that sucks through the skin, developing skin sores. While it's not dangerous, it can be treated with using skin cream and oral medications. In 2015, all public schools were put on alert after an outbreak in at least 5 schools, 2 of them in Andros. A total of 10 students were diagnosed. In 2019, there was an alleged outbreak at Sybil Strawn Primary School. President of the Bahamas Union of Teachers, Belinda Wilson, says she's deeply concerned about the well-being of teachers and students.
There are several cases of scabies at the Harbor Island all-age school. The doctor and nurses have been conducting testing, and results that they've received, there are positive cases. There are a number of classes with scores of students still to be tested. So the Bahamas Union of Teachers, we're going to be keeping a close eye on this situation at the Harbor Island Comprehensive School.
A parent telling ZNS News that last week she received letters from the Harbor Island All-Age School's principal requesting permission to have her grandson screened by a medical professional, but was unaware of the reasons behind it. She says issues like this should not be kept a secret, especially when it affects the health and learning of students.
I was thinking it, and I should have asked before I even signed that. I should have asked, why are we doing this? But I just went ahead. Once they say it's a nurse, I was thinking of just making sure the children are okay and stuff like that. But they never said there was an outbreak of whatever. And I really think that's uncalled. I don't agree with it. There's something I'm disappointed in the school system, in the education system. I'm disappointed because they need to put you on guard when these things are in the school so you know exactly how to deal with your children.
ZNS News will continue to follow this story as routine testing for scabies at that school continues. Meantime, students have been advised to bring with them hand sanitizers and Lysol spray to protect themselves. Reporting live in studio for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm LaDawn Davis. Makushla?
Well, thanks, LaDawn. It's time now for a check on Family Island weather, and for that we turn to Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Makisha. The rains have been off and on during the course of the day. When will it end? Well, stay tuned. The details coming up later in the newscast. But right now, outside of our studios, mostly cloudy skies. Temperature 77 degrees. The relative humidity very rich at 90%. The winds are out of the south at 7 miles per hour. Your barometric pressure 1,009.6 millibars. That's 29.81 inches. And your temperatures around the family violence this evening, they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. 73 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, and Grand Toul, Key and Abaco, Marsh Harbor at 72 degrees. Berry Island, 79, Allenstown, Bimini, 79. Harbor Island, 78 degrees. Also, Rock, Sunny, Lucha reporting 78. And we pick up 77 in Fresh Creek, Central Andros. Camp Space at Andros, Black Point, Exuma at 76 degrees. 79s in Allenstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rum Key, Georgetown, Exuma. A little warmer at 80 degrees. 79s in Ragged Island, Clarenstown, Long Island, and Crooked Island. Betsy Bay, Maguana, 81. Acklands, 81. Machitani, Nagua, 81. And Turks and Caicos Islands also reporting 81 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of FYP, the Tile King, and the Paint Center in the Northwestern Islands tonight through tomorrow. Those winds going to be southwest at 12 to 18 knots, wave height 3 to 6 feet with a moderate chop in place, so caution flags remain in place. High tide 9:47 tonight, another high tide at 10:18 tomorrow morning for the central and southeastern islands through Friday. Southeast winds 10 to 15 knots, the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. And on Saturday in the northwest and central parts of our country, northwesterly winds at 10 to 15 knots, the wave heights down 2 to 4 feet. So we'll drop the caution flag on Saturday for the northwest and central islands. High tide 11:12 in the morning, low tide at 5:49 in the afternoon. Now for the southeast bombers on Saturday, the winds are going to be northwest to north at 20 to 30 knots. They will be gusting in excess of gale force, very very rough sea conditions there. They're going to be anywhere between 8 and 12 feet. So we're simply asking small craft to remain in port. The reason for that, we do have a tropical system that will affect that area. The details of that also coming up later in the newscast. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. That's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned, your extended weather forecast is still ahead.
Want to have your voice heard? Send your letters to the editor to digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. Share your thoughts on current events or positive stories within your community. That's digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. We want to hear from you.
Samantha's always on point. She doesn't miss a thing. When she signs up for any insurance policy, she reads all the fine print. She knows what's covered, what's not covered, and she's aware of her deductibles. When it comes to insurance, it pays to know your policy. Review every insurance policy so you know what you're covered for. This message was brought to you by the Insurance Commission of the Bahamas.
It's a different kind of Christmas, but everything is here to bring a smile upon your face. That's what the season brings now. See, Christmas time is the time for your family and friends. Come and shop with us and find everything that you need. Deck out your homes with all we have in store, bringing joy and so much more. And shop Smarty, and shop Smart, and shop Smart. Oh, everything is here at Shop Smart. And shop Smart, and shop Smart. Oh, everything is here.
Do you hear that? That's Junkanoo. And that means that the Boxing Day and New Year's Day Junkanoo parades are right around the corner. Don't get left behind. Make sure to book your ads in the live ZNS broadcast of the Junkanoo parades, the most professional coverage of our national art form. Call the ZNS sales office today at 502-3800. Ask for the special Junkanoo advertising package and be a part of Junkanoo on the ZNS TV network.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
ZNS Total Sports brought to you by Sans Beer, who reminds you to recycle your beer bottles for cash in Nassau, Grand Bahama, and now Abaco and Eleuthera. Welcome to your ZNS Total Sports Check, everybody. I'm Marcellus Hall. Sailing starting us off as the best of the best regatta fast approaching. That means a lot of work still left to be done. Charles Fisher tells us more.
With a little over 2 weeks to go, the organizing committee busy putting those final touches on all that is necessary for smooth sailing. Regatta Desk head is Cindy Gate.
It's hard at work. We're dealing with vendors, from food vendors to our sailors to our media team. We're just trying to get the word out there that, hey, the best of the best is coming. This is now the national sport of the Bahamas, and we have to recognize it and let it play out the way it should. We're just excited about the best of the best. Right now, we're in the process of finalizing all those persons to do those things for us. We are finalizing our entertainers, our securities, and, all the small little details that people, like you said, sometimes overlook. But we're on it. We're excited and we're getting things done. Here at the Department of Local Government and Family Island Affairs, we are ready for the best of the best. Bahamas, are you ready?
Not only will there be best of best on the seas, but best of best in vendors. And for those still looking to get a stall,
we've been having that call. I am so sorry to say that we are full to capacity. Our first line of vendors are our committee members from the various regattas. We give them first preference to have stalls, and most of them have already done so. And then we have some of our favorites from around the islands who are also participating. The Bahamian people are going to get a treat with a lot of different flavors, textures of things happening. We have a kiddie district. We're now trying to sell this that, hey, when you come, we're going to have a place there for your kids to hang out and to be well taken care of with a lot of activities going on. So we have, call it a kiddie district. We have like 7 to 8 different vendors there, from food to games to excitement. We have a Bahamian food galore. Like I said, different tastes, different aspect of Bahamian food. That's going to be there. We're going to have a world of entertainment. We have all of your favorites there going to be playing in the night.
Each person in this room knowing their role and working hard at it.
Each one of us has a section. We have Tina Walks, who's dealing with our boaters. We have Tanisha, who are also part of the team, who's dealing with our vendors. We have Ms. Privilegious here, who's dealing with our team with a media. And we got it. We just right now, this is 2 weeks away. We're all sitting down to make sure all our I's are dots and our T's are crossed to say that we haven't forgotten anything. But we're working on it. We're excited.
November 30th through December 3rd, the dates, the best of the best regatta. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
All right, thanks, Fisher. Still with sailing, the Junior Sunfish Nationals taking place over the weekend in Exuma. Now, weather had a bit of a factor in this one, but the young skippers pushing through, according to organizer Dallas Knowles.
It was a really, really, really fun weekend. I think the kids had a great time. We're honored to host it. So glad everyone from Nassau could make it here. For Pedro bringing all of his kids down here. For them being so polite, well organized. The races were tricky. It was a lot of wind, so we had some challenges as the race committee, handling a pretty wide variety of skill level on the race course. Some kids are, top level sailors, and some kids are just getting into sunfish, so they're having a little bit more trouble getting around the race course. So it's kind of hard to manage both of those at the same time. But I think we found a pretty good balance where some of the less experienced kids teamed up together and sailed 2 in a boat, which worked out pretty well.
New Providence Volleyball Association, with the benefit of playing indoors at the Donald Davis Gym. In men's play, the Warhawks, they flew by the technicians here 25-15, 25-22, and 25-23. Meanwhile, their ladies, they won their opener easily by the Setsy's Poppers 25-10, 25-16, and 25-19. And it's been a bit of a slow start for DeAndre Ayton and the Portland Trailblazers last night, trying to turn things around as they hosted the Cleveland Cavaliers. Things not going according to plan in this one. Cavaliers handing Portland their 5th straight loss, 109-95. DeAndre just 25 minutes on the floor, finished with 6.6 rebounds as both he and the team continue to struggle. They'll have another chance to break the losing streak on Friday when they take on the LA Lakers. And that's your check on sports for you here on this Thursday. Don't go anywhere. Thursday weather just ahead. Stay with us.
ZNS Total Sports brought to you by Sans Beer, who reminds you to recycle your beer bottles for cash in Nassau, Grand Bahama, and now Abaco and Eleuthera.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
First we plan, then we innovate, then we build. At Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, we are committed to quality, to safety, and to service. We know that the road you take is just as important as your final destination. At Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, it is our job to make sure the road and the ride are as smooth as possible. From striping roads to building them, we are the right choice, the trusted choice, the only choice to help you build your tomorrow.
family guardian. We offer full protection. Join the family, join the family, family guardian. Protect the ones you love, a friend that you can trust, family guardian.
With the help of our authorized financial institutions, or AFIs, using sand dollars is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Step 1. Identify your preferred AFI by browsing their websites or contacting them directly. Step 2. Download the free mobile application from Google Play or the Apple Store and then register for a sand dollar account. Step 3. Load money onto your mobile app and begin sending and receiving sand dollars or purchasing and selling goods and services.
We are pleased to be
your central bank approved
digital wallet providers.
It does not matter which of us you choose.
You can pay for goods and services
wherever sand dollar is accepted.
We are all in this together.
Visit sanddollar.bs for more information.
The most important thing in life is family. And whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at whether that area of low pressure that produced the rains during the course of today, well, that's beginning to move towards the north, so we can anticipate some clearing beginning tomorrow afternoon, and we should return to fully sunny conditions by Saturday. Nevertheless, we have a brewing tropical storm on our hands. A tropical storm watch has been posted by the Department of Meteorology today for the southeast Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 5 o'clock this afternoon. The center of that potential tropical storm, number 22, was some 650 miles to the southwest of Matthew-Tiny-Nagua, moving towards the north-northeast at 9 miles per hour. We expect it to pick up forward speed tomorrow and intensify with tropical storm developing, and that will move across Jamaica on tomorrow, which is Friday, over the eastern portion of Cuba on early Saturday morning, and smack across the southeast Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos Islands on Saturday. So residents in the southeast Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos Islands should brace themselves for potential tropical storm force winds. Satellite picture showing that system becoming better organized. We're beginning to see some low-level circulation there, and the cloud cover will begin moving into the southeast Bahamas beginning tonight. Forecast for tonight, considerable cloudiness, still a bit on the breezy side with a couple of showers lurking around 75 for your low temperature. And tomorrow, a morning thunderstorm still possible in parts of the northwest Bahamas, particularly to the extreme north, and a high temperature tomorrow getting up to 82 degrees. Your extended weather forecast, the wet stuff being with us until tomorrow afternoon. Things start to clear in the late afternoon, and by Saturday we will see some sunshine return to our forecast, and that will continue into the early part of next week. Makisha.
Well, thanks, Basil. And before we leave, lest we forget, there's still a lot of good people out there. Just consider the hundreds who today feasted on a traditional Thanksgiving luncheon, ham, turkey, and all the trimmings at the Bishop Grant Auditorium, Kwaku Street. Behind the gesture, the 33rd annual at that, Bishop Walter and Minnalee Hanschel of Great Commission Ministries. Also on hand were donors and State Minister for Housing and Urban Renewal, the Honorable Lisa Raming.
This is very important, what we're doing today, celebrating the goodness of God with God's people, the most vulnerable people on this island. Those who are hurting, those who are struggling, those who are poor, those who are homeless. We love them.
And I can say that Bishop Hanschel and his wife is doing a wonderful job. They've been doing this for 36 years, feeding the poor, sheltering them. There were many times that I had to lean on the great bishop in terms of finding alternative housing for persons who were homeless when incidences happened, when social service itself didn't have vacancies. The great bishop always step in. And so last year, this Thanksgiving luncheon, well, I was able to help serve. We served over 1,000 people. It was so much fun.
And that does it for the Bahamas Tonight. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. From all of us here at ZNS, thank you for watching and good night.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.